Hey y'all, so let's do the fiber seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. First up, I said I would share what Penelope got me for my birthday. It's up here. It says, "You are loved." So I want to share that with you guys. I'm wearing a, look at this, eco-printed scarf. I wanted to zhuzh up my my dying Henley today. So put this scarf on that was on my desk from Daughters of the Red Sunset. 100% silk, so I feel super fancy. See? Little scarf, super fancy. Anyway, what did I work on this week? A lot of things. Most of it was dyeing that I cannot share with you guys because it's part of the boxes. I was finishing up some of the last of it. We are now shipping out Advent boxes, and then there'll be Hanukkah boxes, and then we'll be doing the 12 days of Christmas boxes they'll be shipping out. So they're going to be staggered because I love my post office and I don't want to do that to them. That's so anyway, they're gonna be staggered. You'll be getting shipping notifications if you guys got one. I don't have any extra boxes right now that I know of. So anyway, what did I do? I never showed you guys swatches on here of double Dutch and Mudpies. So here they are. Swatches. There's still some left in the shop, not many, but there's this is DK, this is the knit swatch and the crochet swatch. So super subtle color changes that you cannot see, and you see more things every time you get closer to it. But love it. So what have I been knitting on? Things. My Shifty by Andrea Lowry. I got further on it. I think I need to change my needle size, but also I think I'm getting to that point where I'm about to split for the sleeves, so I'm getting lazy knitterish, which I shouldn't, because the last time I did, this is not technically color work, when I did color work and I squished it onto a needle length that was too small, my floats got a little funky. Now these are just slip stitches, so that, and they're short runs, so it might not be a problem. However, it might possibly, so I might go change my needle size anyway, but that's what interchangeables are awesome for. So here's how my sweater's going. I like it. I'm changing solid stripe sections with my little changing of the blip sizes. That's a technical term. I didn't make it up. It's in the pattern. Blip. Little blip, big blip. Anyway, I've got my tonal solids that I'm switching between Ginger, Cameo, and every once in a while, because it's the least I don't use, but also because it's bolder, it's Night Zone. So see, it's right there. So I'm doing that a couple times, and I was being very strategic about the blip sections and how I'm doing that. But I'm working those in between Wanderlust, which is this. So that's how that's going. I'm on, like, I think I'm on the last section of yoke, and the last yoke increase section before I split 4 sleeves. So that means I'm excited. Now, I will say, this has been a very long-standing WIP. And as I was working, and I'm totally enjoying the process, but as I'm working, I'm going, I wonder how it would look if I just did it as a yoke with all the blips and stuff, and then went solid the rest of the way. But I have to look at yarn usage. I think I might have them up. I don't know if I would. To achieve that, so I might just throw that out and actually do the sweater the way it's supposed to be, because, you know, one sweater the way it's supposed to be would be a good idea. Anyway, on that note, my other sweater I'm working on is the Ankers summer shirt. I know it's not summer. It's supposed to snow possibly tomorrow, so there's that. The Ankers summer shirt by Petitknits. I am in the last increasing section of the yoke before I split for the sleeves. So I've stopped doing the ribbing pattern that is up at the top, which is super subtle. It's just 1 by 1 ribbing. But there was where I'm at. And yes, I know, I realize that it is also bunching up on my needles, but I'm not doing anything color work wise or slip stitching or anything like that. So it's fine. And this one's working faster because, unlike the other sweater, which is in sock, this one is in DK. So this is Aisling Yarns BFL, American BFL. This is the back. There we go. There's the front. I got my little stitch stoppers from Cottontail Farms. The other stitch stoppers were from Fangirl Fibers. So And I actually needed on those because I started losing stitches because I didn't realize it. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to take those from this project and put them on the other one. And then I was like, oh, wait, but I have other ones. So I put them on here. Aren't they cute? So that's as far as I am on that. It's soft. It's a very fun farm yarn. So that's what I worked on there. And then I didn't do this. Penelope did. She made a hat. So a couple years back, I bought an Addie King circular knitting machine. And I've made hats from it. But Penelope wanted to knit her baby doll blanket, and we got through one row. And that took a little bit of a while. And Penelope was like, I'm done. And I'm like, do you want to knit a hat maybe for yourself? And she's like, looking at me like, what's the catch, Mom? Because that just took forever. I don't want to knit a hat. And I pull out the machine and I set her up, and except for like 3 spots where the stitch dropped, and she didn't say anything for like 10 rounds, so I had to sit there with it like upside down, picking it back up, which was in perspective. She knit a hat that, like, if you think about the Musselburgh where you knit it long and then put it inside of itself and it's double, thick, she knit a hat like that under an hour, just sitting here talking to me and cranking it. So she put half of it as Penelope Pink and half of it as Jitter Glitter, and she's proudly been wearing it since. So I'm super excited for her, and she might do that more. It was fun because we were sitting in here and I was working on another WIP, which is not knitting, which is getting her Klingman Dome patch on her adventure bag. And it's taking me a lot longer than I expected. But while I was sitting here stitching around the edge, and I'm probably doing it the wrong way, that's okay. I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, and that's fine. But she was sitting on the corner of my desk cranking the hat. So that was a fun little thing we did together. Anyway, and this is a retired colorway from Reece. It's called Sunstore. I made these socks like 4 years ago. Anyway, his feet have grown considerably since. So what I'm going to do, because this is in DK, I'm going to cut the toe, pull back on the decreasing, and add a length for his growing foot, because he's still trying to shove his foot in here, and the heel, like his heel was sitting up on this side of the back side of the heel. That's just not. I'm like, do you want me to fix them for you? And he goes, yeah. So luckily I have the leftover, and I think it's enough to be able to add like maybe 2 inches on each sock that I would need. So we'll see how that turns out, because I've never added on to previously knit stuff like that before, this far after. But in theory, it's fine. It's totally doable and easy. Yeah. But see how my 38-year-old eyes, as opposed to yesterday in the morning when their 37-year-old eyes, will do on that. But hey, fun stuff, right? But time to go pack more boxes for y'all. Until next time, though, happy crafting.